Wow, that worked. That worked a little bit even better than I thought it was gonna work. Hat. I don't have a hat. Don't like not having a hat. Feel naked right now without that hat. And cold. Oh yeah. I guess you're gonna get to see my bald ass head all night. That's if anybody shows up. So long day, long day. Went to Toronto today. For no other reason than a doctor's appointment. Do 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 do. Yeah, so since yesterday, what this is now the 27th, I left at the 26th at was out at camp at 3:30 in the morning. Walked into town for 5. Jumped on the bus at 6 in the morning. Got out to Toronto for 3 o'clock. And yeah, now I'm back. And my doctor, I called him, and then he called me back yesterday. Said to come in to see him to talk about the meds because one of those meds was screwing with my brain so badly, like legit was thinking about swinging from a tree, and he wanted to talk about the medication and whatnot. So I went. Of course, I went. All he did was say it's time to. He didn't change the medication. He says he's going to change the dosage. He's going to cut it down to a quarter of what it is. And he handed me a pill splitter. So that's good. So I'm trying that crap again. Just a quarter of the dosage. 16 hours on a bus ride that I had to pay for. Just for him to tell me, split your pills up into quarters. Really stupid shit, huh? Hey, thank you, MJ. But yeah, that's life. 16 hours on an economy because it's a double-decker bus. Like they're called mega bus. And I paid for the economy because it's a lot cheaper. If you get one of the roomier seats, there's like 75, 80 bucks. I got one of the economy seats. I'm 6'3". I don't fit I can taste my knees. That's how cramped I am. And 8 hours there because it was a weekday and there's a lot of traffic because school's back. 8 hours back. I got into Toronto and the bus was running late too. I got here at about 3 o'clock. Took me an hour through rush hour on the train system to get to my doctor's for 4 o'clock. He saw me at 4:30 just to tell me to split up. Gave me a pill splitter. Then I had to get back on the bus to make it back downtown in evening rush hour to make it back on the bus for 6 o'clock because I left at 6. And yeah, I literally just got back. That was my day, like 16 hours on a bus. Fuck yeah, man. Oh, you'd think, Brian, you'd think he would, but no, he's like, oh, well, we should talk about that in person, and we'll discuss the medications. And I was telling him that it's got to be the decoxylin or some weird ass name. It's a medication that helps you walk better, because I don't walk well anymore. And I figured he was gonna write me a prescription for something different. He didn't. And he's like, if you start feeling those kind of things again, you should go to the emergency room. And I was like, so yeah, no change. And Big M, yep, the cops. I'm lucky. One, I denied. I was building a, I'm gonna call it a cabin, and cops showed up to my camp that I'm at right now, asked me about it, and I'm here. I denied it was mine, and they believed me. And they said, oh well, the second a wall goes up, that's considered a structure, and whoever's building it, if we catch them, they can be fined, and they're just doing their job. They're the OPP. And so some person out here trying to get me all paranoid, saying they're watching my videos and they're tracking me. No, they're not. This is some hunt. No, the OPP, they don't give a shit. They don't patrol the areas. They don't give a shit unless it's reported. And I'm thinking some hunter found it, and they're like, okay, this guy's kind of encroaching on my spot. And they reported it. They showed up. And they said the second the wall goes up, that's when you either get fined or arrested. And if they're okay with me here. They don't care that I've been here for 2 months. I told them that. They said, we don't care as long as you don't build any permanent structures. So now it's got to be a yurt. I got to build a yurt. Oh, Big M. The OPP are built different. The Ontario Provincial Police, like in Canada, we've got three kind of police. We've got the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're all assholes. You've got the city cops, like Toronto cops, Peel Regional, City of Toronto kind of deal cops. They're all assholes. But the OPP, they're a different breed. There's a lot of smaller communities across the province, and they police those. And usually those guys, they're from the areas, so they're not they're completely different. They're decent guys. A yurt is something from Mongolia. It's basically a dome tent. In Mongolia, they would build it out of horse and sheepskin for the insulation, but it's basically a tent that it's a bigger tent with thicker walls. So I'm building that out of. Gonna surround this. Yeah, OPP, Ontario Provincial Police. But that's the thing is the OPP. They are a different kind of cop. They don't suck. And okay, you used to date a cop in Sault Ste. Marie. Was he OPP? Because they are like the one cops. They are the one detachment. I'm really bald. They're the one detachment of police that don't suck. They're not going around like the Toronto cops, just arresting everybody that they can. Oh my God, Big M, good for you, bro. Good for you. She didn't kick your ass, did she? Did she? See, I have something I want to say that would get me very canceled very fast. So I don't know if I should say it. Our current prime minister, we try to stay away from politics, but our current leadership fucking sucks. Um, it's never been so bad in this country. Somebody, it comments on a lot of my videos, sent me a suggestion on what the Premier of Ontario was recently saying about the homeless problem. Because there is a huge homeless problem now and it's only growing. That there was a ruling in the provincial courts of Ontario last year saying if it's public land, people have the right to camp and build encampments, and they can't really be kicked off. Um, Rob, sorry, is it Doug Ford or Rob Ford? Doug Ford. Rob Ford is dead. Doug Ford is a premier of Ontario, and he hates it. Um, he doesn't have any understanding of struggle in his entire life. Like, he was born rich, legit born rich. He owns, I think it's Metro Label. He prints labels. Like, he's a multimillionaire, and he was doing an interview in Waterloo because there's been a lot of encampments growing there, and he's trying to go to the courts and the provincial courts to reverse the ruling that homeless people are allowed to camp on public land. And he's going on, oh, if you're homeless, get a fucking job. He didn't say fucking, but he was doing that bitching about homeless people. That's how you do get out of homelessness. Get a job. If you're homeless, get a job. You're not welcome on public land. Just get a job. And if you got a disability, oh, we'll support you. Like, he doesn't understand. He's such an elitist. He just doesn't understand that there's a very large portion of homeless people now that are employed, that they're minimum wage workers. Oh, he was telling them to go get a job at a factory. Even if you do get a job at a factory, they're going to pay you a couple bucks over minimum wage, like $18 an hour. That's not going to even cover you a room. So, the cheapest room you're going to find in southern Ontario, that encompasses from Toronto up to Waterloo kind of area, up to Barrie. A cheapest room, as in a rooming house, you can get is $1,500 a month. So you're paying that out of your paycheck. So you're making, we'll say, 18 bucks an hour. You're taking home 40 hours a week. You'll take home after taxes about $900 to $1,000. So both paychecks, you'll walk out with about $2,000 a month. You'll be able to pay your rent, but nothing else, because your phone bill minimum 50 bucks, and I get by on 10 bucks a day for meals and whatnot. And legit, most of the times it's rice and beans, rice and cabbage, rice and lunch meat. That's still 300 bucks. It's impossible to survive like that. He just doesn't understand. And again, there's a lot of working people that are homeless. Oh, I fucking know. Brian, you got to be way out of the cities. Like, even I'm way up north now. I'm not part of southern. I'm not in southern Ontario anymore. But southern Ontario, even in the boony areas, the cheapest you'll find for a room is $1,500 a month. If you're getting your own apartment, you're talking 2,000, 2,500. If you're in Toronto for a bachelor apartment, you're talking $3,000 a month. I don't think it's possible to even rent a house. That's that much money. Even up here, cheapest you're going to find, I had found one for $900 a month. Everything else is for your apartment is like $1,500, $1,600 a month, and that apartment was really shitty. It was, I guess you'd call it a studio above a bar, by some train tracks. So that the place will always be like bouncing and rumbling from noise, which I can deal with. Like, the noise doesn't bother me with sleep anymore. Oh, Chad, it's so. Toronto is the most expensive city in the world now. That's what it's ranked as, the most expensive city in the world with rent. Um, what you'll get in Toronto for $1,200 a month, you'll find something. You'll find a place that's going to rent you a bed and a bedroom. There'll be one bed in that bedroom, but you're going to be sleeping with some stranger in that bed. Like, legit, a room sharing situation where legit you're sleeping with some random motherfucker. Like in Waterloo, it's one of the best universities in Canada, but there's a problem. They're lacking housing, and they have rooming houses there for, well, not even room sharing houses there, where each room has like 8 beds in it, and each one of those persons paying $1,200, $1,500 a month. Oh, blind, isn't it? I know exactly what you're saying. It's madness. Chad, let's say I was to leave right now. Um, I would need to find some sort of medical insurance when I'm there because I I got a lot of meds I'm on. Um, I've got 6 of them now. 2 are anti seizures. One is neurological pain. One's for blood pressure from the pain because pain makes your blood pressure. One is for muscle spasms, and the other is for my walking because my motor skills are shot to shit. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I can't leave because I've got MS. Found that out a couple weeks ago too. Scary shit. So yeah, just packing up and leaving here would be a bad move because illness sucks. You know what's really bad? Having illness in Canada. You know, it would be even worse immigrating to a new country with an illness. Yeah, no, that's I couldn't afford medical bills there. At least here, my doctor's visits I don't have to pay for. Um, Most medications you have to pay for here, though, unless you've got insurance or the trillion benefit plan bullshit that I'm trying to get. And I legit just got back here. I was thinking about going out and having a small fire, but also feeling lazy and don't collect wood. How are you guys doing tonight? I've bitched enough about that shit. I'm thinking of my cabbage and I got noodles and rice and 2 cans of chili. I need next week to come really fast when I get back to work because I need to get paid so I can buy supplies. Ooh, that's I'm not going to talk about that because I'm starting to get scared. But yeah, kind of pissed off that I didn't get to go see the salmon. There's something called the sim going on. They're spawning, so they're going up all the rivers and whatnot. And there's a few rivers where I used to hang out near. Uh, they're going through their big time right now this time of year, and legit you can walk right across them. There's so many fish. That would have been cool to stream, but I just didn't have the time. Anyways, so what are you guys up to tonight? Why are you all up so late? I have an excuse. I had to get back here. You know what I miss having? I miss having dental care. Oh, oh yeah, Brian. That's a good reason to be up. Hurricane. Oh, thank you, man. No, I don't even think I'm gonna be doing this very much longer. I'm probably not even gonna bother cooking and just get to sleep because I've been up. What time is it? I've been up for 24 hours now because of the bus, and I got like an hour's sleep on the way back. Didn't last because I'm too damn worried to sleep. Yeah, that's. Thank you for telling me. If it's at Florida now, so in about 4 days we'll get slammed by some rain here. But if it's coming up the coast, that means we should get some warm weather. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. There was a mosquito. I just swallowed a mosquito. Oh, oh. Oh, yeah, I don't think this is. Tomorrow, we're gonna do an audio chat on the Discord. Just hang out and everything. Oh, Big M. Wait, it's a lot. You'd find out how the medical system really works in this country if you've been sick at all. Like, if I've been trying to get on disability now for 4 years, so I had a hearing for that back in August. There's going to be another one set up. So they social workers that are doing the disability fighting me not to get it. Well, they were told they got the 60 days and they had 60 days to get the test they wanted done. You know what they had organized in 2 weeks after that hearing? A spinal tap. A week after that, an MRI. Sorry, a spinal tap. A week after that, a cerebral angiogram. And a week after that, an MRI. These are the same people that, sit you down in the room saying, you know what the best thing for you to do? Take Maid and just die. Oh, how long have you had the disabled status? I hope you had it before that bullshit Maid stuff happened. Before they brought that in. Now, when people get sick, they do their best to see the beauties of Maid. Oh, I think I think Maid should be banned right now. Oh, I'm feeling okay, Elizabeth, and thank you very much for popping in. Actually, I'm gonna be popping out in like 30 seconds. This is just a few people were messaging me saying, asking me if I'm dead because I didn't post for a couple days. Now this is just, yeah, probably stream tomorrow and, uh, definitely gonna do an audio chat tomorrow. I'm gonna have to end this now, and I don't feel like cooking. I'm gonna cook, but I don't feel like it anymore. But you guys, it was fun, short but sweet and fun. We'll try to set up a long one soon. So good night, everybody.